So yesterday we talked about the idea of God, the God of second chances. But how often are we people of second chances? In other words, how often do we extend forgiveness to others? How often do we encourage them to get back up and try again? Probably if they're not involving us, but if they're in our lives, we're not so quick to forgive, to give people a second chance or a third chance or a fifth chance. We're not like that. We're not wired that way. Had a young lady come to me once years ago, and she said, how many times am I going to have to forgive this person? And she was crying and she was broken. The person, it was her father, who had abandoned her as a baby, as an infant. And she wanted to know, why do I even have to forgive him? He chose to leave me. Well, she forgave. But the problem was that she had to keep forgiving because different things came up, different ideas and hurts and pain issues came up and plagued her. And that's the way it is with life. We forgive, but we can't forget. And that's one of the things we must understand, that those two things are not synonymous. God may be able to forget, but you and I, we don't. And sometimes what happens is it's like tearing a Band-Aid off of our sore, off our cut, and we do it again and again, and every time it hurts as bad as it did before. But that's part of the healing process. Now, the thing that I want you to understand is that forgiveness is not the same as restoration. In other words, you may forgive someone, but you're not going to be able to necessarily allow them back into the same position they had. Why? Because they've lost it, because they don't have it anymore. And that choice is something that you have to allow. So my encouragement today is just simply think about the idea of what in your life or who in your life do you have to let go of, that you have to forgive. The saying is that when we forgive someone, we set a captive free, only to realize that the captive, well, it's been me. That issue is so important to our health and to our life. And I'm just going to encourage you to take that step if that's where you're at today. Remember, it's a process. It's not an event. Hey, until next time, God bless.